Yeah.
Okay, before we get into looking ahead, because we're going to get there, let me ask you guys about the upcoming game. Obviously, the Niners are expected to win, even though they're on the road. They're facing a grandpa at quarterback. Knowing what we know about the Colts, what percentage chance do you give the Colts of winning or the Niners of losing, however you want to look at it? Like the upset, how realistic do you think it is? And what would it look like?
Dude, if we lose to a grandpa, man, that guy literally like he could barely move and every throw. I don't listen, I was young when Philip Rivers was playing.
He
Why does
always
it
looked like
look
this
like
too.
why does it look like when he throws it like hurts? Did he like
It's
why does it
always looked like this because his dad's a coach and he's been playing since he was a little kid and he couldn't hold the ball and he's been throwing like that since he was little. That's the whole lore of Philip Rivers. He's one of the most accurate quarterbacks of all
it's
time.
weird, right?
It's
I don't
weird, but it's worked for
It's a Hall
him.
of
He's
Famer.
always looked like that.
But yeah, when I watched that game, he was just throwing checkdowns. He couldn't throw a ball over 20 yards. If we lose this game to a literal grandpa, that's a problem. That is a problem. So I think it's a very slim chance that we lose.
Give me
But
a number.
only reason we could lose is because of their running back. Their running back is that freaking good.
Yeah.
Give me a number. Slim chance. We're talking 13%, 7, 4,
I'll do around like 6-7%.
7%. Okay, what do you think, Brandon?
Uh,
Grant doesn't even realize what I did.
Christ.
I did
No,
pick
I'm too
7.
upset.
I think it's way, way higher than that. I can see a scenario where the Colts just like run the clock the entire game with Jonathan Taylor. The way the Niners defense looked against Tony Pollard last, and the way the Colts lost, by the way, where they got ahead and then they played very impressive defensively against Seattle on the road in Seattle. So like this is a primetime game. The Niners are on the road. This is a must win for the Colts. Is it a must win for the 49ers? For the 1 seed, yeah, but they can sustain a loss. So I think the Colts will want it more, even though they're a less talented team than the 49ers on offense. I would give it closer to a 50-50 chance. If there's one game on the schedule that we're going to lose the rest of the way, I'm pretty confident that they'll beat Seattle at home. I'm pretty confident that they'll beat Chicago at home. They suck on the road. Like they don't look like the same team on the road. They just don't. I don't know about the metrics, just what I've seen. Yeah, maybe they played Arizona on the road. Cool. That's Arizona. They stink, right? Like
Cleveland.
when they played, Cleveland, they played well, but they also had a lot of big breaks in the Cleveland game. The Harold Fannin fumble, the punt recovery that they got, the guy muffed the punt. Like in Cleveland sucks, right? They only scored 17 in Seattle. They only they went to the Rams and won, but is that really a away game? That was mostly 49er fans, and they only scored 24 points, right? Or 25 points. So I'm very concerned about their offense. I want to see it against a decent team. The Colts are still a decent team, regardless who's at quarterback. On a primetime game, I want to see them score 30 points on the road against a decent team. I've seen it at home. I want to see it on the road. I don't know if I can trust this team fully yet.
The thing about the Colts is that they're a much different team. They're a totally different team at home. They're really good at home. And it's just not really about Philip Rivers. Like, it's about Jonathan Taylor for starters.
Yeah.
This dude is averaging 6.2 yards per carry at home. So you got to have some type of an answer for that. They couldn't stop Tony Pollard last week. They can't set an edge with their defensive ends. Their linebackers aren't good. Tatum Bethune, if he comes back, that'll make a huge difference. They really, really need him. So we'll see how good he is if he plays. Philip Rivers is just there to sort of keep you honest. Like against the Browns, the Niners were able to kind of limit Judkins because they didn't respect Shador Sanders, and it was super windy, so they could play like 9 in the box. I don't know that they're necessarily going to do that against Philip Rivers. They might, since he's not throwing the ball down the field that much, but he's a better quarterback than Shador Sanders, frankly. I mean, he actually knows where to go with the ball quickly, and Shador is a sack waiting to happen right now. So he can keep you honest. And if you can't stop the run with Jonathan Taylor, you're in trouble because the Colts defense is really good. They're giving up 17 points per game at home this season. It's a real game.
You know what else scares me, Grant, before Maj
What?
goes? Some other stat that I want to bring up really quick, Maj. Colts are 6th against the run. So McCaffrey, who averages 3.3 yards per carry, if you can't run the football, you're going to have Brock force the ball downfield.
It's funny you say
the
that
entire
too.
game, I don't know. I'm nervous.
In his face.
I was always annoyed when Grant was like McCaffrey's washed at running back, but dude, he He sadly is. After this Titans game, I was like, and everyone, I posted a TikTok, and everyone's like, "Okay, but he had a back injury and he was sick." I'm like, dude, come on,
Dude.
it's the freaking Titans.
You know why he had a back injury? Because he's 29, dude.
Yes.
You know what I
And
have?
he's-
A
and
back
he's got,
injury.
like-
You know what? How long I've had it? Forever. Because I'm old.
Bro, he's had a back injury because he's had like 700 snaps already.
Yeah, that's what
That's another
happened.
thing.
I don't think Phillip Rivers is good though. Like, right? You said Phillip Rivers is better than Shador. I didn't like.
Right now, yes.
I think he'll
Yes.
make fewer big.
What?
Like,
Dude,
he
Phillip
wasn't
Rivers
good
had a
against the Seahawks, but like he didn't make the big mistake. He threw a pick with like 10 seconds left on the clock, but he knows when to throw the ball away, how to get, like, how to not.
But I
take
thought he
the
just
sack.
handed off the ball the whole game. His
Well, who
best
did
throw was
Shador
like a
play
10-yard
well
pass.
Who did he
Shador
play
will
well
lose
against?
you the game.
The Titans.
I don't know that Phillip Rivers will lose you the game.
I know, but
Shador
Phillip
played
Rivers
well
the only,
against one team, dude. The Titans.
the only thing Phillip Rivers did in that whole game was hand off the ball and throw a little check down, and they scored a
Elite
touchdown.
There's
defense.
something to be
though.
said
Elite
for doing
defense.
nothing. Doing nothing is better than killing your team.
That's true.
Which
Yeah,
your
that's
quarterback
true.
can do.
But it's
I like
just, I don't know.
Sanders, but
I don't know.
Like, I trust the brain of Phillip Rivers, who has seen like a bazillion defenses over 35 years, than Shador Sanders, who's still learning how to read NFL defenses. Is
I know,
Shador
but it's
more
just like even-
talented right now? Yes, but like that doesn't matter, dude. Mac Jones can't run 10 yards quicker than like 7 seconds.
I got
He's a
something
great
else to say
quarterback.
too. Is Phillip Rivers really that much worse than Daniel Jones? We've
I
thought
think
Daniel Jones.
is way better. Guy, like,
Since
Phillip Rivers.
since when do people think Daniel Jones is good? The last 2 months, 3 months?
Well, I think he's playing better than Phillip Rivers. He can actually throw the ball more than 10
I
yards.
think it's more. I
Phillip
think it's more his
can't do
legs.
anything
More his
right now.
legs.
Only
Daniel
one.
Jones- Yeah.
Well,
Well,
okay,
pre-injury, he could
Did
run.
we watch the same game? I don't know if we I swear Phillip Rivers, he looked terrible to me. I was like, this guy, like, yeah. And I'm
Dude.
not Phillip Rivers is a legend, but he did not look good.
Gosh, everybody looks bad against that Seattle defense, dude, except Matthew Stafford. He's like the only
But
guy who's played well
Phillip
against them all
Rivers
year.
Phillip Rivers got back in the pocket and literally fell, and he got back up, and it took him 40 years to do it.
So Phillip Rivers led his team to 16 points against the Seahawks. How many points did Brock Purdy lead his team to against the Seahawks?
Dude,
17.
that was the
17?
first game of the season.
Again, I don't think anyone said that
Seven,
Phillip
six,
Rivers played
seven.
well. It's just that he didn't play bad. I mean, he didn't
Well,
play
yeah,
bad. You can
yeah.
do a lot worse.
Yeah, he could. He could
He could do a
could've
lot
threw, like,
worse.
4 picks. You're right. You're right. He was throwing
I'm
his check
saying,
down
we've
good.
seen Brock do stuff like that.